One second, here we go. Welcome to Yeshiva Daf. We're holding in Zevachim Daf and Ches, starting the 6th parak of Masechet Zevachim. Parak Kodesh Kadoshim. So look the Mishnah. Kodesh Kadoshim. The Kodesh Kadoshim we're talking about all the karbonis that need to be done on the north side of the Beis Hamikdash. What happened? Sheshachtom beroish hamizbeach. He shechted on top of the mizbeach. Rabbi Yossi Omer keilu nishchetu b'tzofim. It's as if the shechted in the north. We'll see in the Gemara where exactly is the mizbeach. Rosh is on top. Oh, we'll see. Well, but a little more. Right. Let's say Pashup Shadi. When you read the Mishnah, we're talking about the top, meaning on the Mokum Makaris. You shut over there. We'll see in the words we speak about it. So it really says that's considered to be north. Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Doimer, Mechatzim Mizbeach Velodorim. Here is maybe we're referring to Rabbi Harry was saying, go from the half of the Mizbeach to the south, Kedarim. Chatzim Mizbeach Velotzof, like it's over, and the Mizbeach itself is split into two. Half of it is considered to be north, everything to be south. Again, where is the Mizbeach? We'll see in the Gemara. Second one, Rabbi Yochanan. As we will see throughout this stuff, the Mizbeach, this basically, even though there is maybe another shita, but for the basic understanding, there's three opinions. Where is the Mizbeach in the Hazar? Is the Mizbeach one option? That's how the pictures look like. Is the Mizbeach standing right in the middle of the Hazar, the main part of the Mizbeach, facing directly across from the door of the right across from the door of the Kodesh, the Ulam. That door is facing directly to the middle of the Mizbeach. It's right in the middle. In all cases, facing the ramp is to the south, and the Mizbeach itself is end of the ramp. It's square. It's for sure square. Shaila is where is it located? So one shita is located in the middle of the Hazar. Another shita says, no, it's to the north of the Hazar. Another shita says to the south of the Hazar. Okay. So the Gemara says by saying, Rabbi Yossi holds the Mizbeach is in the north. I mean, the Mishnah says, Shach there, it's as if it's in the north. It is in the north. So it says it has to be next to the Mizbeach, right? Al Yerech means next to the wall of Mizbeach. And here you do it on the Mizbeach. Kamashwa, that's a chiddush. What's the second sheet of the Mishnah? That the Mizbeach is half north, half south. Mashra, you want to tell me that's exactly where it is? Half north, half south? Maybe yes. You said Rabbi Yochanan, Moed Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Yochanan. Sorry, Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Yudo, Sheim Shochtom Kenegdom Bekarkop Sulo. If in place of the Mizbeach he shechted in the ground, meaning where the Mizbeach is right now, they wanted to say in the morning, how could that be? But if he was, instead of where the Mizbeach is, he's on the ground, then it's possible. Why is it possible? If you hold that half the Mizbeach is in the north, so if you remove the Mizbeach, you're in the north. If you hold half of the Mizbeach is in the south, so it's in the south. So would I care if there is a Mizbeach there or not? It's in the right location. Elama, you have to tell me it's not really north and south. As we'll explain in a moment. So therefore, the Mizbeach is not there, it doesn't work. The Mizbeach is what makes it north and south. That's a problem. The fact you're saying that if it was in its place, so you see,
so the Mizbeach makes it half, but in actuality, it's not. It's in dark.
Oh, so actually a door, and that's it's not going to work. Very good. It's not in the right place. If you take it the place of the Mizbeach, it's not going to work. Only on top of the Mizbeach works. Why should the top of the Mizbeach work? Says the Gemara. It's really all based on Psukim. You be makriv on the Mizbeach, the oilos and shlovim. The entire Mizbeach you can use for oilo means considered to be north, and the entire Mizbeach you can use for shlovim is considered to be south. Meaning shlovim you can do everywhere, but it's considered good for both. You only half the Mizbeach you do for Oila, and the other half you could do only Shlomim and not Oila. Which means the Mizbeach itself, you could do the 50-50. Half north, half south. Regardless of where the Mizbeach is. Has a din, wherever it is, they have north, half south. Says the Gemara, if you hold, you can do the oil every place in his Mizbeach. Hashta kula oil kosher kula shloimim bay. So what's the chiddush? Of course, you can do oil. Of course, you can do shloimim. Because wherever you can do oil, you can do shloimim. So
it says Yechezkel the shloim. Is that dafka? Or
yes.
Even though really shloim can be done anywhere.
Yes.
So if you do it on this.
Oh no.
If you do it on this bed, it's only on half.
No. The way I misunderstood your question. Yechezkel means Yechezkel is only for shloimim, not for oil. Right. Shlomi can be done.
Shlomi could be even on the target.
Yeah, because Shlomi can do it everywhere. So he says it has to be this way, because if not, when you want to tell me that everything goes for oil and Shlomim, so why have to tell me Shlomim? Just say oil. Why have to tell me Shlomim at all? Veidach, Itzrich, I still didn't tell you Shlomim. You know why? I think you can't do Shlomim in the Mizbeach. That's what we're more referring to. Why? Say oil, I don't have enough space. It's a big dish. It's very, very narrow. So the Torah says, you know what? I'll add you another space. You could do in the north side of the Mizbeach. In addition, you can do on the Mizbeach. But Shlomi, that you have enough space, you can do everywhere. Maybe on the Mizbeach you can do. That's what I think. So the Torah is to tell you that you can do oil and Shlomi. You can do both. According to the first Madam, you can do the entire oil, the entire Mizbeach oil, the entire Mizbeach Shlomi. Different than the second Madam that says half and half. That's a chiddush. Kashma. Gufa umavas Rabbi Yochanan moed yabis yabidu shim shochtom kenegdom bekarkop sos. You do it in the floor, it's possible. Amar Rabach b'tiv Ravino, my kenegdom bekarkop. What does it mean kenegdom bekarkop? Ilema ama yesoid ama soivev. You're doing on the yesoid, right, the bottom piece, or the soiv of the ledge.
It's not the floor.
High guf mizbech. It's on mizbech. According. For my kenegdom bekarkop. It's not karka. Maybe it means you'll dig beneath the Mizbeach and do it there. You should be connected to the ground. There should not be any tunnels, or keeping or caves. So where's on his back? Adds Rashi very important kudo. Why can you say they're doing it next to the Mizbeach? Like, right? Because if you're doing it in front of the Mizbeach, that's suffering. It's for sure okay. But it means to the right of the Mizbeach or to the left of the Mizbeach. So the answer is, we mentioned earlier in the Masechta, that according to Yeshiva, the only place you could do it suffering is not to the right, to the left. It's only in front of the Mizbeach. Remember, we had three shittas. You should have Rebbe, there was Rabbi Yochanan, and Rabbi Sabudo. Rabbi Sabudo holds the only place you could check the carbon is the north of the Mizbeach, right in front of the Mizbeach. Not to the right and not to the left. So if I have the Mizbeach in the middle of the Azara, to the north of it you could do Shechita, not to the right, to the left. So according to Rabbi doesn't mean next to the Mizbeach. It has to be on the Mizbeach or beneath the Mizbeach. So well, I can be beneath the Mizbeach. You want to say you dig the hole? Dig the hole, you can't have holes, you can't have a tunnel beneath. Says the Gemara, Litzricho de Batsri Bitsuri. So Batsri Bitsuri, that's a Chiddush. That if they decide to make the Mizbeach smaller, and that the Gemara is going to speak about a little later, in a few dapim, what's this idea? When can you cut the Mizbeach? Now it's supposed to change the Mizbeach. But if they made the Mizbeach smaller, so the area where the Mizbeach was, that's what it says on the ground. Maybe you'll be okay, because the Mizbeach used to be there. Chiddush is it's not. So, right now, as Rashi points out, why is this puzzle? It's in front of the Mizbeach. It's not north anymore, because he holds the Mizbeach is in the south. So once you take out the Mizbeach and you go to the floor, you're in the south of Yisabigdosh, you can't do over there. So it couldn't be. The way Rabbi Yochanan said the Mizbeach is in the north. Can it be that we don't that's true? You can't find any Mishnah. I want to prove some Mishnah that says that the Mizbeach is in the north. So Nafik Davashi went and found that Nan Biru Misham Atzei Te'eno Yofim Lesader Ma'rocho Shnio Shoktoris. he found, they took out the atzete, this fig wood, to prepare the ma'arochas, the seder ma'arocha shtir shektoyos. The ma'arocha we showed you, the first ma'arocha is the ma'arocha means the wooden pyre that you put in. That's how you light the fire for the karbanos on mizbeach achitzon tamid. The second pile of wood is to take fire to the ktoyos inside mizbeach ktoyos. So they did the second pile for that. Where exactly did they put the pile of wood? Connected Keren Ma'arovis Joimis, right to the southwest of the Mizbeach. Moshuch Mina Keren Klapitzofoin Arba Amois. It was not exactly in the south corner. If this is the Mizbeach, right, the Mizbeach, this is the ramp, this is the door to the Kodesh. So look at the Mizbeach over here. Where you did on the corner, but on the corner Mamish, you went 4 amos over here. It's right over here. 4 amos in the Mizbeach. 4 amos going to the north. And that's what we was going to focus on. There's 4 amos that you're going ahead. Why? Now, just to continue, say how much wood was there? What could create 5 sein of coal, kecholim, or b'shabbos have to do more coal. Why you need more coal? To be able to burn the spices of lechem haponim. So that's the Mishnah. Where do you see over here a raya? The Mizbeach is in the north. So we're basi the Tanya. Daf Yechezkel base. Base yoyim is the Simon. The Simono. No, so the Simono is we didn't get to the raya yet. The Simono is to tell you that how do we know that he has to be in that area? So first of all, we know it. Base yoyim is the Simon. Kolanito bifnim leminos and b'chutz. Anything that you take from the inside of Beis Hamikdash to the Azaro, you do it as close as possible. When you go for the closest area inside to take it outside. Anything that going from the outside to the inside, also you go to the closest possible. What are we referring to? What is it? That the shirayim you take in from the inside and you bring it to the outside, and you go that's what you do quickly. So you go as close as possible. Meaning what is outside, you try to move as less as possible. It's beferish the basar. That when you go out of the Kodesh, you go straight to the first Yisoy, that's you put the Shirayim. We goes from outside to inside. What is that? We're talking about the Ashka Yom Kippurim be'edik tibu. And the Hemshech of the pasuk is Me'al Mizbech milifnei Hashem. So this is clearly you're doing the shortest path possible from inside to outside, from inside in these 2 cases. A pasuk for that. What we try to teach me. Hello, going from the inside to the outside. The point is the 2 baziche levonim haponim. That has to go and be burned. And now you do also the closest possible. You do it in the west. The Gemir Mishirayim. The water you do it as close as possible. Right? So you do it right next to the door. That's the nekuda that you learn regarding it. What is that? The ashes that you take for the Ketores. So you're doing the shortest path. You go from the closest area in the Mizbeach to the door. And from the door to the closest area in the Mizbeach, that's the shortest path that you do. You don't go more. Okay, so that was just to explain the brayso. They put the ashes over there right in front of the door. Now the Gemara says, 1 second. We said we put the wood 4 ames from the south of the Mizbeach. Why? Micah, so what does he hold? If he holds his back as Badarim, so then you want to make it in front of the door. So you want to make it in front of the door, you have to bring the wood to the northern part of the Mizbeach, which is right across from the door. Because if the Mizbeach is Badarim, and the door is right in front of the Mizbeach, so the door is facing the top part of the Mizbeach, you want to put it as close as possible to the door. So where should you put it? Esrim v'sheva by lemesi. You should bring it 27 amo. Why 27? There is 32 amo is the width, the length of the mizbech. It's a square. So it's 32 amo. And what is the size of the door? The door is 10 amo. If the door, just here let's if this is, let's say, the Azar. I have a door going from the Kodesh to the Azar. The door is right in the middle. That's no dispute. There's no discussion. The door is in the middle. What is the size of the door? 10 amo. That's the width. So how much of the door is in the north and how much is in the south? The north is 5 amo and the south is 5 amo. So the opening of the door, 5 amo, is in the south. Now I need to go and put the wood as close as possible to the door. The Mizbeach is in the Dorim, reaching only till the halfway part of the Azara, because it doesn't reach the north. So the Mizbeach ends in the middle of the Azara, which means it ends in the middle of the door. So if you want to put it in front of the door, you have to do it at least 5 amo, not 5 amo or less, to the middle, to the end of the Mizbeach. Right? Because if the Mizbeach ends, let's assume this is Azar. Then Mizbeach ends over here. I have a door going from here. How much hours do I have that the Mizbeach is facing the door? 5. Because the door is 10 amo. Half the door is facing the half of the Mizbeach. So you have to put within the last 5 amo of the Mizbeach. How much Mizbeach total? 32. So 5. If the last 5 amo, how many amos do you have to get near the Mizbeach? At least 27. 32 minus 5, 27. So go 27 amos to the north to be in the last 5. That's what I was asking. Maybe you're not going with the door of the Heichel. You're going with the door of the Ulam. Because the Ulam is in front of the Heichel, right? It's a T-shape, according to Rashi. The Ulam's door is 20 amo. Not 10 amo, 20 amo. So maybe I'm good to put it in front of the door of the Ulam because the Ulam and the Heichel have the same dusha. So how many amos of the Ulam door is in front of the Mizbeach? If the full amount is 20, 10 is to the south. So how much do you have to go in order to get close to there? From the Mizbeach, 22 amos, because the Mizbeach is 32. So get to the last 10, you go north, 22, you have the last 10 in front of the door. So as Subishtayim by Macy, go 22 amos ahead. So if you hold the Mizbeach is in the south, you can't put the wood so close to the south. It's too far away. You have to put the wood much closer to the door. If you hold the Mizbeach is half and half, the same cheshbon. If it's half and half, so how much of the Mizbeach is in front of the door? The middle, right? The middle 10 of the Mizbeach is in front of the door. The Mizbeach is 32, right? And I want to get to the door. So take out, if I do 32, how much is the half? Is 16 for each side. I want to be in front of the 5 that opens to the door. 16 minus 5 is 11. So bring it 11 amo closer. Maybe he says, no, but I just want to get to the door of the ulam, not the door of the eichel, which is 10 amo. So now it's a 20 amo is the door. In front of the 20 amo of the mizbeach, how much do I have to each edge? It's 32, so I have 6 amo on each edge. You have to go 6 amo. Sheet by lamesi. So why does it say they went 4 amos? Remember, what did we saw before the brisa? They put the wood 4 amos away from the south. Why 4? If you hold it in the south, you have to go 27, maybe 22. If it's in the middle, so you have to go 11 or 6. Why 4? He holds these bags in the north. What is it for? He holds the mizbeach is in the north. So if the mizbeach is in the north, so put it in the edge. Again, how much of the door is in front of the mizbeach? The door of the eichel? 5 amo. So you can put the last 5 amo. Why are you going 4 amos to the north? Answer is the ani arba amis ama yisoid. 1 amo is ama yisoid. The amo soiviv. That's the ledge. The amo mokum karnus. The also amo for the horns. The amo mokum raga krani. They're on top of this bed, that place to walk. The chimazgu lekemet fei tu lekapesach. If he goes more, you know pesach. You go to the last point. So basically, it says they put the wood where 5 amo. I took the mizbeach is on the north. How much of the mizbeach is in front of the door? 5 amo. You can't do the first 4 because it's Yisoid, Soiviv, Karnos, and with the Karnim going. So you have one Amma to put the wood. You can't go any more north. There's only that Amma which is in front of the door. Because you have only 5 Amma in front of the door. That after 4 hours. Meaning they put it 4 hours there between the 4 and the 5th. For the 4 and the 5th. Says the Gemara, that's one answer. Second answer, so second explanation. So they write to Rabbi Yechanan that the Mizbeach isn't suffering. Let's see this a beauty. It's really in the middle. There's 32 amos of the Mizbeach. You have 10 amos in the middle in front of the door. You have 11 amos to here, 11 amos to here. So it's right in the middle. So the same question I had before. You should go 11 amos to get to the door. Not 4. You go 6. So you think we're including the Amo, Yisoid and Soiv, which are lower. Yisoid is in the bottom, and the Soiv is in the middle. It's on the top. Really, it's 6 Amos. High says 4. No, except the Yisoid and the Soiv, which is on top of this back. I want to put on top of this back. Who understood the Ma'aroch is only on top. So the Yisoid is in the bottom, the Soiv is in the middle. Now I'm not counting. On the top, I go 4 Amos. Total 6 Amos. I get to the door. Says the Gemara of Anuka Kabiasi Ubimutso. Why do you say it's Abiasi and in the middle? Why are you going to say it's Abudo? Why didn't you say it's Abiasi? Says, which that's what we discussed before. I think when I asked, Rabbi Yasi said, that's what Rabbi Yasi is the one who's speaking in the Brayso. Says Simon. Why do you say it's Abiasi? So Abudo is the one who said clearly it's in the middle. Abiasi, I don't know. You can say it's Abiasi. I don't have a riot it's Abiasi. Abiasi clearly said in the middle. So the Gemara basically, just to summarize what we saw in the last few lines, the Gemara is going to continue this in the next half. The Gemara said, if the Mizbeach is, always you have to do Cheshbon, the door is 5 amos to the south, 5 amos to the north, if you look at the door of the Heichel, 10 amos. And I want to make sure the wood is in front of the door. So the Cheshbon is, how do I get to that? If the Mizbeach is in the south, so I need to put it in the last 5 amos of the Mizbeach. And the Mizbeach is in the middle, so I have to get it within the door space. If it's in the north, I have to get it. I can do the first 5, but I have the one I didn't say I can't do the first 4, so I need to do it right after the first 4. The second. We'll stop over here. Continue with this tomorrow.